It's Renee with Salem Public Library in Salem, Ohio, and this is Never Too Old for Storytime. I'm very excited to share this book because it's one I've wanted to share for a long time, and I finally have the right platform for that. And I just threw my poor little pumpkin on the floor. There's my pumpkin. This is actually the last video that you guys are going to see in this series. And so oh my goodness, I'm sorry. You're seeing this in November. This actually was recorded clear back in August. So where the book is talking about a snowstorm, I'm looking out the window and it's hot and pouring rain here today. So it's a little bit different. I'm filming this a few months in advance, so hopefully, but we'll see. I don't know what things are going to look like by the time that you get to see this video. But today I will be sharing the story I'm sharing for you that you're never too old for. It's called Turkey Bowl. And it's by Phil Bildner and illustrated by C.F. Payne. This one's a little bit longer than I usually share with you, so I appreciate your patience. I think it's a great story and I'm excited to share it. This one is published by Simon & Schuster. In fact, this one may have enough words that, well, all right, we'll do it this way. The first Thanksgiving Ethan could remember when he was just a little boy and certainly not big enough and old enough to play in the annual family turkey bowl, the weather was so frigid they called the turkey bowl the ice bowl. Aunt Yvonne wore so many layers she could barely lift her arms and legs, while Cousin Corey's hair and beard grew frozen stalactites. Ooh, that's cold. Ethan, his best friend Alex, and all the kids from the block shivered and shouted from the first snap to the final score. Sounds like a fun tradition to play a whole big family football game on Thanksgiving. I know some families do that. I think that's fun. Another Thanksgiving, when Ethan was still just a little boy and certainly not big enough and old enough to play in the family turkey bowl, the weather was so rainy and wet, they called the turkey bowl the mud bowl. That's probably what we would have to have today. Aunt Amy slid 10 yards for one touchdown, while Cousin Chris splashed 20 more for another. Ethan, Alex, and all the kids from the block chuckled and cheered during every last mud-spattered play. And last Thanksgiving, when Ethan still wasn't quite big enough and old enough to play in the turkey bowl, the weather was so foggy and gray, they called the turkey bowl the fog bowl. On one play, Uncle Zach couldn't figure out which direction to run, while on another play, Cousin Ryan ran right into the goalpost. Ethan, Alex, and all the kids from the block squealed and squinted all game long, even on the plays they could only hear. But this year, when those first familiar scents of mashed potatoes, candied yams, and macaroni and cheese wafted up the stairs and woke Ethan, he realized the turkey bowl was a whole new ball game. For the first time, Ethan, Alex, and all the kids from the block were finally big enough and old enough to play. It's here, he declared, slipping into his favorite football jersey and pants. See you, sidelines, it's Ethan time. Bursting from his bedroom, Ethan scampered down the stairs and stormed into the kitchen. Are you ready for some football? Ooh, I think he is ready. He's excited. All the wonderful holiday sights welcomed his arrival, and the golden turkey and glazed ham waiting their turns for the oven, the bubbling butternut squash soup simmering on the stove, the heaps of cornbread stuffing lining the counter, and of course, Mom, Dad, and Grandpa preparing pie after pie after pie, key lime and pumpkin and pecan, one for each family on the block. But the most important holiday ingredient was nowhere to be seen. What's missing? Yeah, lots of good stuff going on. What are we missing? Hey, where is everybody? All the people. Ethan asked. I'm afraid Thanksgiving may be a little different this year, Mom said, shaking her head. Because of the snow, many of the roads are closed, added Dad, and the open ones are far too dangerous. Oh no. Ethan was so disappointed he couldn't even speak. Oh, that would be so sad. Not just because of the football game, but when you're looking forward to visiting with all your friends and family and then you can't. I think we all know a little bit about that right now. Ethan opened the front door and stepped outside. Through snowflakes the size of golf balls, he gazed at the field at the end of the street. How can we have Thanksgiving without everyone? He pulled off his helmet. How can we play the Turkey Bowl? Ethan headed next door and broke the awful news to his best friend. Then Ethan and Alex trudged from house to house to house, spreading the word to all the kids from the block. The year we're finally able to play. Look what happens, Alex said, slapping his sides. No Turkey Bowl. Ethan, Alex, and all the kids from the block sat atop the bleachers and stared gloomily at the empty, snow-covered schoolyard. Aw, man. It's no good. Suddenly, the idea hit Ethan harder than any quarterback sack or open field tackle. Time out, he shouted, leaping off the bleachers. We can have our own Turkey Bowl. Just because my relatives aren't here doesn't mean we can't play. We can call it Turkey Bowl too. Alex jumped down beside him. Ethan, Alex, and all the kids from the block charged from those sidelines onto the frozen tundra. And seconds later, Ethan plowed through a pile for the game's first touchdown. Alex darted through a drift for the game's first interception. They're playing their Turkey Bowl anyways. And on one white, wacky play, the fumbled football disappeared beneath a mountain of bodies and snow. That would be the tricky part about playing football in the snow. All afternoon, Ethan, Alex, and all the kids from the block dove for passes and lunged for tackles. Finally, on the last play of the Turkey Bowl, Alex dropped back for a pass and threw a bomb. Ethan raced down the sidelines. Deep in the end zone, he soared high above a defender. Is he going to catch it? Oh, is he going to catch it? I hope so. Touchdown! Touchdown! Ethan could hardly believe his ears and eyes. Not only had the ball landed in his hands, but Aunt Amy, Cousin Chris, and everyone else was there to see it too. Oh, his family arrived after all. Everyone made it, Ethan exclaimed at the family feast. Of course we made it, his relatives replied. We could never miss Thanksgiving and Turkey Bowl too. And that's the end. So even though things didn't work out quite the way Ethan planned for the Turkey Bowl, he and his friends still worked together and still had a really good time. Just, got to be creative and make things work with what you've got. So hopefully everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving and gets to celebrate with friends and family and enjoy good food and think about all the things that we are thankful for. And I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Thanks, guys. Bye.